Hello everyone and welcome back to the Airtime Rush YouTube channel, where today we are carrying on with our Planet Coaster 2 series, Adventure Isles, and this is now episode 15 guys. I can't believe we're 15 episodes deep into this series. I'm sorry about the lack of videos at the moment. Obviously the theme park season started, I've got so much going on at the moment, so the Planet Coaster content will be a bit slower than usual, but I'm still getting these videos out for you guys. They're probably going to be maybe 2 a month, maybe? I don't really know. We'll just see. But at the moment, we've got this episode, and then I've got a few more videos coming out, and then there'll probably be about 2 more videos of Planet Coaster, and then I go on this big European road trip, so there won't be any videos then. But hopefully I'll get, in the next few weeks, there'll be this one and 2 more. So there's plenty there for you guys to keep you guys entertained, because I know you guys absolutely love the Planet Coaster videos. Especially this park that we're doing now. I absolutely love making them. I'm really happy with how this park's looking. And in this episode, we are actually building a brand new area. So if you've been following the project, we just finished doing the jungle area. So in the last episode, we did the spinning coaster and the river rapids and everything like that. And now we're basically doing this area of the park. But the weird thing is, I actually started this area of the park before I actually did the Greek area. So this has actually been sat at the back of the park for so long, just sitting there gathering dust, because I just wanted to get this built first. So this recording here is months old, and obviously whilst you're watching this recording, the actual jungle area hasn't even been built yet, which is mad. So yeah, this took place a long time ago. I've just got round to actually finally like putting all the theming into this area. I just wanted to get the area put in so I know how much space I had to play with the jungle area and the Wild West area as well. So that's kind of why I did this first. But I didn't want to put this out on YouTube yet because it just wasn't ready. I wanted to get the jungle one out first. So I've kind of, yeah, it's a bit weird how the order I've done it in. But anyway, we're putting in this Vekoma New Gen looping coaster. I don't really know what the actual model name is or anything like that, but it's basically like a Let Coaster over in Poland, that sort of roller coaster. They've got really smooth transitions, some really cool inversions, some really comfy trains. So yeah, I wanted to put one of these in. So this coaster is going to be sat in a large castle area in this area. So it's obviously a medieval area, so I'm going to have this big castle at the back, and then around at the front there's going to be like a moat with lots of water, and then like a village, and then there's going to be another launch coaster as well in this area. So yeah, this is the castle area we're building. So I thought I'll put in the roller coaster first, and then kind of build around it this castle. And yeah, you'll see it in this episode. You'll see like the castle take shape and everything like that. But I wanted the castle to be like slightly higher up. So when you walk into the area, you're greeted with, you're obviously in the village. But if you look at the back of the area, you can see this big castle on top of like a hill. So that's kind of the look I wanted to like go for. And I'm actually really happy with how it looked. This area is taken probably the longest out of any area, just due to the complexity of it all. Obviously, I've had to put the roller coaster in, and then I have to put all the pathing in. I had to build this massive castle as well. Obviously, there's not a medieval pack. The closest pack we've got is the Viking, so I used quite a lot of like Viking elements and stuff from the Viking theme. But yeah, it's taken me a long time to do it, but I'm finally really happy with how it looks. The actual layout here does change as well. This isn't 100%. This will change throughout the video, so just keep that in mind. You can see there I just deleted like most of it, to be fair, just like the whole second half. And then I'm putting in the actual pathway. So I wanted to put in the pathway just so I know how high I needed it to be, because obviously this is going to be like the plaza inside of the castle, and I wanted this this roller coaster to kind of run around the perimeter of the castle, through the castle, over the top of the castle. It's literally everywhere around this castle, this coaster. So yeah, that's why I put the floor in. Just to get an idea of how much room I had to play with and the height that I needed to do for the roller coaster. So the actual station for the coaster is going to be like, it's more or less underground. Technically it's not underground, but it is underground, if that makes sense. You can see here where the path is, underneath there is the station building. So you're going to kind of emerge from outside, like underneath the ground, outside, up through the towers and then drop down and then like around throughout the whole castle. So the coaster's called Siege, and the whole backstory is people are trying to siege the castle basically, and they've gone into the underground tunnels, and then they're obviously trying to take over the castle. So pretty loose like storyline there, but we've got a flat ride in here as well, which I do put in this video. The flat ride is a Zamperla Nebula, which is like the ones that turn around. It looks like you're going to hit each other, but you don't. So I've gone for one of them in here, and that's called Catapult. So basically, the backstory of that is you're basically trying to destroy this siege weapon from entering the castle. So you got the roller coaster that's trying to attack the castle, and then you got the Catapult flat ride that's trying to defend it. So that's kind of what I've gone for. It really works. I'm really happy with it. Another cool thing about this area as well is the train actually runs right underneath the castle as well. So there's this tunnel that literally runs right underneath the castle, and the train goes right through it. Because obviously, you know, if you watch the other videos, I like to have a train station in each of the areas. So that's the only way I could kind of get the train station to go into this area. But yeah, I'm just having a little POV now just to see what the ride feels like, and just see if it actually makes it round. It's quite slow in places, so I did like change a few bits, and I also put in, if you go in the settings of a ride, you can change the friction, so you can give it less friction so it runs faster on the tracks, or you can increase the friction to make it run slower. So if you got like a roller coaster that's just going far too fast, you can move the slider. Or if you've got a roller coaster that doesn't seem to be making it all the way, you can also use that to make it add a bit of speed, really. And to be fair, it's quite, people say, oh, it's not really realistic when you do that, but it's kind of like that in real life. Like the wheels that they use on roller coasters, you can change them to give more friction and less friction, and parks do this, especially in different weathers. They'll change the wheel types on roller coasters, so it's not, I wouldn't say that using that slide is going to make the ride unrealistic. I don't think that at all. So yeah, I think that's a very good tool to use if you're struggling. And I think I used that on this ride because that second half, I've got like a mid-course break, which I want to try and keep the rides realistic, but the mid-course break was just killing the speed, which it's obviously meant to do, but then it just weren't getting around that last section, so I just kind of had to mess with that. It's this bit here. I do expand this bit out as well, make it a bit bigger as well. But skipping forward a little bit here, I've changed the colour of the ride just to make it fit in more. I'm just trying to get the overall shape of the actual castle, the courtyard, before I start building the walls around it. So everything in Planet Coaster takes time. You can't just build something and then expect it to be brilliant. Like the whole time I was building this, I hated it. I was like, this looks rubbish, I'm just gonna delete it. But you just need to stick with it, guys. Just stick with it, and it'll all come together. When you go back and put in all the finer detail and all the finishing touches, it then comes together. It's like if you're doing a drawing or something like that. If you start off by like doing the outline, and it's not going to look good because it's just an outline. But then as soon as you start going in with your shading and your colours and your detail, the picture comes together. And that's just like Planet Coaster to me. Like the outline is putting in all like what I'm doing now, putting in the ride, the pathwork, and then obviously the buildings, and then I go in with the detailing and the colour and all that and all the theming, and then it brings it together. So the fun bit with this was trying to build this castle around the coaster. Obviously, there's a lot of like head choppers on this ride. There's so many like bits that you go through, like walls that you'll go through, turrets you'll go through, near misses with the paths and other pieces of track as well. It's a really, really interesting ride, and I really did have fun building it, and even theming it. But again, it just took me so long just to fall in love with this area, just because of how difficult it was. But the finishing look of it all, I'm so happy, and I'm so glad that I did it. It just took a lot of time, guys, and hopefully you guys see that with this time lapse. And another thing is, unfortunately, I lost quite a lot of footage from building this. So I think you guys will probably just see the basics. You don't see all the detailing because, like I said, this was filmed ages ago on my old PC, and I've obviously got a new PC since I've started this like area. So there's going to be quite a bit of like areas where it'll jump to it being really themed. It's just because I lost quite a lot of footage, so I do apologise for that. But just while I'm building this, I'll basically go through what the next episodes are going to be. So obviously in this one we're building this castle. So you'll see all the castle. We'll take a ride on this at the end of this episode. The next episode we're going to start building the village area. And the cool thing with the village area as well, I'm going to tackle, I'm going to put in a indoor play area. So I've never done anything like that before. I thought I'd challenge myself. But yeah, it's going to be like a medieval themed indoor play area. Because you look at lots of theme parks around the world, they've all got play areas, parks. By play area, I mean soft play, just in case you're not too sure what I'm on about. Yeah, like a soft play, like an indoor soft play with slides, ball pits, that kind of thing. So I'm going to put one of them in, and then we're going to do this village, and then we're going to start on this other roller coaster in the area, which is basically Taron. Just a bit of a spoiler for you guys. It's basically Taron over at Phantasialand. It's a double launch coaster, no inversions, lots of airtime, lots of theming, lots of rock work. That's going to be like down in the village area. Like it's going to be like built in a big pit as well, a bit like Taron is as well. So yeah, that's in the next episode, and then the final episode will just be putting the finishing touches in this area, finishing that roller coaster I just said, and like the train station and all that stuff, and then obviously taking a look around the area. And then guys, we'll be on to the final area of the park, which will be the Wild West one, which will be coming in the next few months, us doing that area, which I'm really looking forward to. Now that we've got the theme in, it should be a lot easier for me to do. And there's going to be plenty of rides in that. I think I'm going to do a wooden coaster, a mine train. There's going to be a wooden wild mouse coaster. There's going to be a gyro swing. And I'll see what else I can fit in, depending on how much area I've got left. That's kind of why I left it to last, just to know how much I've got to play with. This area that we're doing now, it isn't too big. It's probably say it's one of the smallest, actually. This and the jungle area are probably two of the smallest areas. This one's quite a compact area, because you've got like this compact castle area, and then the village just kind of wraps around the front of it. So there's not much to it, but it's a nice area, and it's one that's going to be probably the most themed and the most like immersive, I would have thought. So if you're wondering whereabouts in the park this is, you walk into the entrance area that we built in the first episode, which seems so long ago, guys. The first episode was probably October, November last year or something like that. That is crazy, and to think we've done since then, this is like the 15th episode, so it's like 13 episodes ago. That's absolutely crazy. Obviously the park's come a long way since then. But anyway, yeah, you walk through into that main entrance area, which is obviously themed to like medieval, olden time England, and then you turn right, and that's where you've got the Viking area, but this area is to the left of that. So you go left, you got this medieval area, and then if we're going clockwise around, you've then got the jungle area. So this area goes onto the jungle area. The jungle area goes into the western area. The western area goes into the Greek area. The Greek area goes into the Asia area, and the Asia area then comes back round into the Viking area, and then you do a full loop. So that's basically the layout of the park. Again, the final episode we do of this series will be going around the park, looking at everything, taking like rides on all the rides that I haven't covered so far, and also obviously opening the park to the public and the guests and seeing just how they react to it, which I'm really excited for, because normally when I build theme parks, like I'll build one ride and then I'll want to open it and just see what the guests think of it. But I've not opened this at all since I've been building it. So that first time I open it would just be amazing, seeing the guests, like what rides they're going to want to go to, how's the flow going to be, because obviously I don't have a clue how guests are going to make their way around this park. The park is very, like, each area has one way, well, not one way in, but it's kind of, with it being a big loop, you either go right or you go left. You can't really go all over, if that makes sense. So I'd be interested to see if they all go one way or if they split, or just how well the actual the flow is of the park. Will I have to put in some more pathways, like some secret pathways, just to help with the congestion, like this is all that I'm going to be doing in this final episode. And obviously I'll be doing it with you guys. I'll be taking you guys along with it for the journey of that, because obviously you guys have watched this from the start. And I'm sure you want to see that as well, so I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be crazy. Just obviously the amount of hours I put into this park, and obviously you guys watching it all, to then open it and just see it all finish for the final time will just be incredible. And then obviously we'll be moving on to another park when this one's done, which again I'm really looking forward to, which will be, I think I said in the last video, I was going to do like a studios park, but I just don't think there's enough in-game content to do that yet. So I'm thinking of doing like a classic seaside park, like Cedar Point, Blackpool Pleasure Beach, that kind of thing, with lots of like retro rides mixed in with some modern coasters as well. But now we're just theming up the Zamperla Nebulas. We're basically just putting like this wooden skin on it. So I'm just putting some of these like, I think they're actually like railway sleepers from like the Western Pack. I've not seen them. I think they're pretty new. So yeah, they're probably from the Western Pack. But basically put these as like the arms. And then the body, I'm just going to put some sort of like wooden paneling just to kind of cover that. And then some like cogs on the top of it. So this ride is called the Catapult. Obviously, it kind of makes sense because it's like you load up the base of it and then it spins around and launches you over the top. A bit like how a catapult works back in the medieval days. So I think this is like the perfect ride for this theme. I've been dying to put one of these in my park. There was a few areas that I was going to put them, but I just thought that with this theme that I've gone here, it fits in perfectly. So yeah, that's in there. So this bit here is going to be the restaurant of the area. This area is actually going to have two restaurants, because it's basically two areas in one. We've got the castle area up at the top, and then you got the village. I put like a big eatery here, like a big hall where you can get food, and then down in the village as well, there's going to be like a pub. So that's kind of what I've done there. But regarding the food place, I'm waiting for the update to drop where we can put restaurants in, and then I'll probably do a video. So I said the last video is going to be us opening the park. The video before that, I'm probably just going to do one where we finish off the park. So that includes the restaurants, any other work that needs doing in the park, and then the final video can be us opening it. So that, yeah, we'll probably do that. But yeah, I'm saving the interior of that for when that update comes. I'm not sure when it said it was gonna be. I think it might be May. So yeah, we're just waiting for that before we do that. But that'll be like one of the final videos of the series where we go and do it for all the major eateries in the park. Because like I said, if you watch the videos, each area has a proper sit-down restaurant. And a lot of parks need them. Like Alton Towers, they've only got really like the two like sit-down eateries are the roller coaster restaurant and the Oak and Chain, or the Chain and Oak, whatever it's called, the Woodcutters Bar and Grill. They need so much more, and that's why in this park I've done that. I just want them to be a lot of like choice, because there's people who do like to have a sit-down meal. I've got to the stage now, is like when I go to Alton Towers, I've done all the rides over and over and over again. There's just sometimes I go to Alton Towers, I just want a nice sit-down meal to chill, just to take in the atmosphere. It doesn't always have to be on the go, but there is also the option to get like your fast food, like your burgers and your pizzas, if you don't want to have a sit-down meal. Right now we're building the fence just to screen off this backstage area. Again, probably in that video where we go and do all the restaurants, I'll probably fill up these backstage areas with lots of like clutter and stuff like that, vehicles, bins, all the sort of stuff that will be behind the scenes at theme parks. But obviously, because this is the end of the roller coaster, this has to be kind of blocked off from that area there. And it's just about putting bushes in, just filling up the area. Obviously, this is the back of the castle that we're seeing here. So it's not themed. I didn't want to theme it up because in real theme parks, it wouldn't be. They'll just have like things like this, what I've literally just done here. They'll probably left it, it's probably overgrown and stuff like that. So that's kind of the look I've gone for, and I really like it. I think it looks really, really good. Putting a catwalk in, obviously we need to think about if the ride stops there. How are we going to get the people off the ride? So we're going to put in some sort of little walkway into that turret there. So if you break down on that section of track, the ride host will come and get you. You'll walk through that into a backstage area and then back up to the main park. So yeah, I needed to put this in. It's not themed, but again, real theme parks, you know, safety's first, and this is like a safety feature. So yeah, most of them won't theme it up, so I've just kind of just plonked it in there. I just need to put some supports on the bottom of it, which I've just realised I haven't done. But apart from that, yeah, it looks really good. And then I'm just going to put some bushes in just to fill the area, make it feel a bit more overgrown, and quite a nice little ending area that actually. I'm pretty happy with how that looks. Nothing major really. It works, and that's the main thing. So originally with the bridge, this is literally the only way in and out of this area. With it being a castle, there is only one main way in and out of most castles, and it's a drawbridge. Originally, I had this as like a stone bridge, but looking at lots of like medieval pictures of castles, they've all got drawbridges, so I thought I would put one in. So I'm basically using that sleeper again, just to copy and paste all the way up, just for like a texture on the floor, give it a nice wooden effect, and then it's about like filling the sides with these little panels. Again, these sleepers work perfectly. I like the little detailing on it. It's a bit different than just using plain wood, and it works really, really well. Obviously you do this side as well, and then where the drawbridge connects to that pathway there, I just need to put a bit of brick wall there. So obviously this would open and close. It's not meant to open and close because it's a theme park, you know. It's just for show. So yeah, this will always be down. It's not like it'll go up at night time or anything like that. This will constantly be down. And then putting these chains on as well. Obviously, it's just for effect. The chains would pull this upwards, and there'll be a gap for obviously people not be able to get into the thing. But like I said, it's theme park. It's going to be down all the time. But I'm really happy how this looks, considering that is all the same path, and we've got two. It literally looks like you're going to go onto a drawbridge. I'm really happy with. But yeah, I love these chains. I thought I was going to put like a wooden fence like on the side of these, but I just thought chains would just work perfectly. Again, it's probably not the safest thing, but this park is going to be set in like Europe, and there's a few European parks that safety isn't that big. Like if this was based in the UK, it would have to have like a 10-foot fence. We're crazy over here for health and safety. But some parks in Europe, where I would say this would probably be like Central Europe park, maybe like even in Germany or something like that. That's where I would put this park. That's kind of the health and safety isn't the big thing. So I just thought the chains would work, and it does work. It looks really good. Just putting these things in here to connect the chains. And yeah, it looks absolutely fantastic. So we're going to go into a little first-person view here. To the right here is another flat ride I put in. It's going to be a swinging ship. You'll see that in the next episode. We'll go through that. That's going to be themed up to like a dock. But you get some really cool views. I love these giant gates that I built as well. Again, unfortunately, I lost a lot of footage of me building all this, but that's why I just kind of wanted to show you guys around. We've got the toilets here, and the toilets are themed to like a stable, which I really like the idea of. And then here we've got one of the eateries that I've said, which is like the blacksmiths. And then we've got the catapult ride. That's the entrance. Pretty straightforward. Nothing really eye-catchy. But you can see here, it looks fantastic. I love the cogs and everything and how it all moves. And the one thing I love about this area is the views of the coaster. I do need to put more netting up. I don't want to because it does take away from it. I might try a different way of doing the nettings just so it's not as imposing as like at the entrance there's netting everywhere. But you can see here the coaster is just so smooth. We'll take a ride on it in a minute. But I'm really happy with this coaster. It's fantastic. I really like it. You got the eatery there. Again, that will get sorted in a future episode. We'll go through that. But here is the entrance to Siege. Basically, you go down into the dungeons. Again, I've just kind of lightly themed this queue line, but I do really like it. It just needs a few more barrels, a few more little bits really. That's the good thing, is to to go back and just like scatter random stuff around. That's the best thing to do. But yeah, this is the main Catapult queue. But again, you're in a building, it looks good, so it's not that big an issue really. But yeah, I really like the look of it, and I love how the station is underground. So I'm going to leave you guys here with a POV of the ride. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new around here, please subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys!